All right, nice work, lads. We did it. We've made it to the final phase on the quest to attain the perfect physique. In phase 3, we accomplished becoming the builder and we made ourselves a beast. But in phase 4, we got to be the boss, which is why I titled phase 4 Becoming the Final Boss. In this phase, it's about becoming a true artist of our physiques. In phase 3, we cultivated the mass, we built the muscle, we built the strength, but now it's time to put the cherry on top and really work on the fine details of our physique. All right. So in order to make the perfect physique, we have to attain the perfect shape, which is the V taper. You essentially want your body to look like an upside down triangle. In order to achieve this, we have to focus on 5 major body parts or muscles. I'm going to go over each muscle, how to really shape it into getting that superhero physique and getting that V taper. All right, lads, we're going to get right into it. The 5 most important muscles in attaining that final boss physique. We're going to start off with the most important muscle and end with 5 being the least important. I'll show you some side-by-side pictures of guys that I believe are natural that have achieved or close to achieving the final boss physique alongside with myself. Let me know what you think, but we're going to start off with the most important muscle, that being the shoulders. The reason why the shoulders are going to be the most important muscle is because of that illusion it gives. The wider your shoulders are, the narrower your hips are going to look to give you that V taper. It's going to make everything pop. It's going to make it more 3D, and it's going to make you look popping. You know what I'm saying? So in addition to that, the bigger your delts are and the more toned they are, it's going to also accentuate your biceps and your arms a lot more, giving you that superhero look. So some exercises we can do to kind of polish off those shoulders is military press, heavy weight. We want to spam the lateral raises. And if you really want to tone them out and get that lean look, a great cardiovascular exercise for this is swimming, doing sprints in the pool. You're going to get a great pump in your shoulders. You're going to know what I'm talking about. But that brings us our very first and most important muscle group, which is the shoulders. Moving on to 2. That's right, guys. You guessed it. The second most important part of your body is your chest. But why is chest important? Think about it. What does the chest symbolize? When you think of chest, you think of great animals like the silverback gorilla that absolutely dominate and assert themselves as the alpha male of their territory. You think of figures like Superman with that wide canvas to put that S on there and symbolize hope for all of humanity. But why is chest important? 1, chest is important for perspective. You know, just like how shoulders make you look wider from the front, the chest, the contrast between a skinny stomach and a wide chest, the bigger that chest is, the skinnier it's going to look. It's going to go after that V shape. You understand? And secondly, a big chest is going to avoid the sleeper build. Now, what is the sleeper build? A sleeper build is, say you have someone that's fit or works out, they're lean, but the problem is half the time they have to wear a shirt, probably 90% of the time. Sadly, in the society we live in, we have to wear clothes. We can't go into the grocery store shirtless and, show off to people around us. We usually have to cover up all our gains in a shirt. Problem is, if you don't have a big chest, no one can tell you lift. You're walking around, you're hiding all of that work that you put in. What's the point of having abs and a big dick if no one can see it? That's the thing about chest. Everyone can see that you go to the gym when you have a big chest and you're wearing a nice fitted shirt. And don't wear like some tiny shirt to try to make up for you. Wear a shirt that fits you. If you go to the gym, you work chest, it won't matter what shirt you wear. How can we get a proper chest, especially that upper chest? We're going to focus on movements in the gym that involve an incline. So instead of doing a flat bench or a flat bench press with dumbbells, barbells, doesn't matter, have an incline on that. It's going to target the upper chest more and make sure you really squeeze at the top. Another workout you can do is dips or weighted dips, body weight, add weight if you got a vest or a chain, and just spam dips every day. But the second most important muscle in your body you got to focus on is that chest. All right, lads, muscle number 3. It's about to get juicy. We're talking about the glutes. And yes, guys, nice ass is not just for the ladies. Guys, we got to hit leg day. Quit skipping leg day. The worst thing you can do is have that Johnny Bravo look, the cartoon that just has a massive upper body and then he has tiny little stick legs. It says, I'm undisciplined. I don't have my life together. And one other thing, look at Dave's. What do you notice? That's right. I'm not wearing a belt because I don't need one because my glutes hold up my pants for me. So you're also going to save money on belts. All right. And what else? What else do I have to say? Dates, when you go on a date with a woman, as a fit man, as a man that goes to the gym, I want my girl to be fit. My girl's always going to be fit. We're going to have a lot of gym dates. There's nothing more embarrassing than showing up to leg day with your girl and she outshines you. It's going to emasculate you. It's going to make you look like a pussy and she's probably going to leave you. I've had this happen to me before when I used to skip legs. Many relationships failed because Dave's wasn't hitting legs, So hit legs. And what exercises can we do to build our legs? And most importantly, we're talking about the glutes. Yes, the quads and the hamstrings are important, but with strong glutes, the rest of the posterior chain is going to follow. The most important exercise is not squats. Never do squats. Do squats to the point where you can lift more than any girl you'd be attracted to. But other than that, you want to avoid putting that load on your back. The more weight you have on your back, the more stress it's going to cause to your lumbar spinal area. That's not only going to make you shorter, which is not good. No one likes really short people, but it's also going to degenerate those discs. It's going to have you in a walker and vastly shorten your lifespan and quality of health. So we want to focus on exercises like glute bridges, where we're horizontal. It's also going to help us with other horizontal activities in our lives when it comes to maintaining a healthy relationship with your girl or a long-lasting marriage. But we're getting horizontal, we're loading the weight on our hips, and we're pumping. We're pumping, you know what I'm saying? That's going to build the glutes and it's going to translate in so many other areas in life. And secondly, I like lunges. You hold the dumbbells in your hands instead of loading it on your back like you would a barbell or hack squat. And you hold them horizontally to you and you're just lunging one leg after another. Those are really the only 2 leg exercises you need to focus on to get good legs and a fat ass as a man. Body part number 4. I guarantee most of you guys did not have this one on your list, and that's the neck. That's right. It's weird looking when you got the muscles and you got a skinny neck. It ruins the whole flow of the physique. And what does a neck symbolize when you got a noodle neck? It symbolizes prey. Having a skinny neck is like having a long dick with no girth. It's not respectable. When you think of skinny neck, you imagine prey. You imagine that jaguar dragging the skinny noodle neck gazelle across the savannah to have dinner, Skinny neck isn't respectable, and you have to train it if you happen to have bad neck genetics. You can do this by hanging your head off the side of the bed and doing curls side to side and front to back, or you can even lay down on a bench, put a weight on your head and do some neck curls. But if you have a skinny neck, you have to train it, but don't overdo it. If you train your neck too much, you'll get sleep apnea. That shit will kill you. So do some research before you do the neck training. All right, guys, can we guess the 5th most important body part? But before we get to it, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, comment, share, whatever helps the algorithm. I don't really know how that shit works, but you guess it, it's the arms. And that's because the ladies love the arms. It's the #1 favorite body part for all women. Something about having big arms makes them want to sink their teeth into them. They love biting on the arms. I don't know why, but every girl with a halfway working brain chemistry will tell you she loves a dude with big arms. And secondarily, it helps with fashion. Your arms, if your arms are hugging the sleeves, it's going to look better in every shirt, whether it's short sleeve, long sleeve. People can tell when your arms take up the entirety of the sleeve. It's just going to look better. But what can we do to grow our arms? And I'm going to tell you, the secret I found is constant stimulation. I'm working arms the majority of days I go to the gym. Say I do a push day. At the end of that push day, after I'm done doing my primary muscles, as in my chest or my shoulders, I'm immediately doing triceps to finish it off. I'm doing a bunch of triceps extensions, skull crushers, etc., and completely wearing out the tricep. And then on pull days, I'm finishing off with biceps. I'm doing curls. After I'm done working my back, I'm hitting the curls. I'm finishing off the biceps. And then in addition to that, a lot of times, a lot of weeks anyways, I'll give my arms their own separate day. So I'm working arms at least 4 times a week for the most part. So constant stimulation on the arms is what I found to work best to grow them. But anyways, guys, if you made it this far, congratulations. You're well on your way to becoming a final boss. And that wraps up this series. Stay tuned for more videos. Maybe we'll have another series coming up soon. Peace.